going to talk about my desk setup because like a lot of people, I work from home, and being a little bit of an antisocial kind of person, I spend a lot of time sitting at my desk and doing stuff on my computer. So I thought I will show you how I organized my space to be as productive as possible. I'm a big believer that one task equals one workspace. For each task that you do, each task that is really different from one another, you need a different workplace. You need a space that is designed for you to do that task so that it reduces the friction. In productivity, reducing friction means reducing the amount of energy, time, or effort that it takes you to do something. In the case of my desk, I wanted the least friction possible, for example, to record a video. I didn't want to have to set up for half an hour so that I could record a video. Because I don't have a lot of space in this apartment, I cannot have like tons of different workplaces. I arranged my space to have different places where I do different things, but still, this desk needed to be multifunctional. It also needed to be relatively simple so that I'm not too distracted when I'm working, and obviously somehow beautiful and nice to use. Because when I'm working at my desk, I'm not just working at my desk, I'm doing several things. I'm recording videos like I'm doing right now, I'm editing videos obviously, I'm publishing videos, I'm scheduling emails, all those things, but I'm also giving coaching sessions. It's also where I do some keyboard practice. It's where I sit when I want to think and when I want to think about strategy and marketing and all those things. It's where I'm creating a lot of my products. It's where I do a lot of things for my business, for my life in general. For each of those activities, I have different desk setup. Let me show you what it looks like. This is my standard computer workplace. It's where I edit, it's where I coach, it's where I'm working on video, and it's where I research some videos, etc. All those things that don't require a specific workplace will be this workplace. This is the workplace I'm waking up to every morning. As you can see, my desk is facing a window because who likes to stare at a wall all day? I have the space to do it. I've done it like that, and it makes me feel like some kind of fancy CEO. The desk itself is an IKEA mashup of a glass board where you have the word love written in many languages on it, and two simple units where I'm storing my keyboard, a bin, because who doesn't have a bin, a place where I'm storing some extra pens and paper, and my printer for the 2 times a year where I need to print some administrative paper for French administration. I'm sitting again on an IKEA chair that has been with me for a couple of years, and I actually intend to change it because not only is it not extra comfortable, but it's also not very good when I'm recording a video because I'm generally wearing black, and this is black as well, and so on some videos it makes me look like my shoulders are way higher than what they are supposed to be. Under my desk I have this little ugly dirty box where there's nothing in there at the moment because I have too much storage in this apartment that I'm using to put my feet up when I'm sitting for long periods of time. I like to have my feet up for my circulation. I have my iMac on one corner. This is an old iMac. I don't even remember when I bought it, but this thing has been with me for a few years and a few countries as well. Under my Mac, I always have a few post-its of information that I don't necessarily want to remember, but that I need on a regular basis. For example, when I'm recording on YouTube, I need to remember that the light of the corridor needs to be off. On the other side, I have a few reminders of shortcuts from Chrome because I'm trying to use my keyboard much more than I was using before. Under my iMac, I have a little black stand where I have tools that I'm using, my blue coaching notebook, my mini Bluetooth keyboard, which I will talk about in a minute, and under it I have my draft notebook and my sketch notebook. On the side of my iMac, I have this IKEA thing, which I don't know the name of, and it's where I'm going to store all the different elements that I sometimes use. I have my cables here, pens here, and I have a few extra notebooks because you never have enough notebooks. It's also where I have those things, which I will talk about in a minute. Because I'm not a fancy productivity YouTuber, I'm using the simple keyboard that came with the iMac. I'm not even sure how it's called, and the simple mouse that came with the iMac as well. I also have a little coaster because I like things to have a space, and the coaster is where my drink lives. So everything has a place. A couple of times a week I'm recording videos, and for that I have a different setup. The setup is not hugely different because, as you remember, I'm trying to reduce the friction. Less friction I have when I want to record a video, the better, because the easiest it will be for me to record a video. That's as simple as this. So my computer stays basically where it is. Sometimes I bring it up a little bit closer to me. I have my microphone, which is on this microphone stand. I plug it into my computer because it plugs directly into the computer. I'm putting my iPhone on this Photo Pro tripod and plug it into my computer so I actually know what I'm recording. And I record the audio on my computer and record the videos with my phone, and everything's magical. So behind me I have my beautiful blue bookshelf, which is filling up with stuff, and that's very exciting to me. I have a couple more accessories when I'm recording a video. First off is this. This is a really cheap Bluetooth keyboard that I bought on Amazon. Again here, like a few years ago already. I remember going into university with this keyboard, so it is at least 5 years old. Sometimes when I'm recording a video, I'm using a prompter, and this controls the prompter when I'm recording with a prompter. Another little accessory that I like to use sometimes is this. Again here when I'm using a prompter. So this is an adapter so that I can plug my microphone into my iPhone. It's very, very handy. And last but not least, I have this little thing here, which is this little thing. This is a simple little screwy thing that allows me to put my iPhone on my microphone arm so that I can record shots like this. And this little thing is actually essential because more often than not, one piece of the microphone arm is going to get stuck in this little adapter, and so I need that to unstuck it. So this is what my desk setup looks like when I'm recording. It's simple and it's easy, so what's not to love about it? I'm not an architect, not in a strict sense anyway, but this setup is called the architect setup. Because I'm an entrepreneur, sometimes I need to map some of my strategies. And sometimes I need to write down a map to my life. Tell me I'm not the only one who does that. Sometimes you need to step out from the screen so that you can think. When that happens, I have a secret weapon, and this secret weapon is a whiteboard. I think a whiteboard is kind of essential to my life, and I feel like I wouldn't be where I am if nobody invented the whiteboard. That might be a little bit extreme, but you know. So when that happens, I turn off my computer, I put it on the side, I take the arm out, I take all my gadgets and I put them under the computer or where they belong, and I take out my whiteboard and I put it there. For a long time I was using a cheap whiteboard, but I recently bought this one and I like it. It's in this workplace that I'm going to do my best thinking, where I'm going to do my best planning. Finally, this last workplace is probably going to change because it's not very practical and the friction work on this is definitely not optimal. This is my keyboard practice workplace. I keep my keyboard on the side of my desk. This is an iRing Keys Pro keyboard, and as you can see, it's not a complete keyboard. It's definitely not big enough for my level anymore, and so I'm looking into upgrading that in the next few months. A MIDI keyboard, so I plug it into my computer and I'm using a GarageBand to make sounds. Basically, that's what it is. So this is what I plan to upgrade in the near future. For the moment, this is my keyboard workplace. I hope this video reminds you that you don't need to have the latest fancy standing desk or costly computer or mechanical keyboard so that you can be productive. You can be productive with the stuff that you already have, just as long as you organize your workplace to be productive. If this video inspired you to change something in your workplace, or if you have tips to give me about my workplace, I'm all open to it. You can leave me a comment and I will make sure to reply.